You may sit in meditation all the time you're there. You will be free of any responsibility while you're there. And you will, in other words, you won't participate in the lab. We hope that the four who will be there with us wouldn't mind taking care of you, as they will probably take care of us in preparing the experiments and so on. So we wanted you to know this is what we're looking for, so that as many times and as fast as we can do it, we're going to work on it so that we can move very, very quickly on this part of our growth.
Also, we're going to phase out astrologics. Maybe T told you that while I was working on the paperwork and I missed it. But astrologics is going to cease to exist at the end of this month, except for unfinished contracts with customers. In other words, we'll complete whatever is ordered this month, but we won't have astrologics place or activities after this month.
Now the reason for that is we don't want your mind on it. We want your mind totally on your meditation. We know that you have a task to do. Some of you have an out-of-craft task, some of you have in-craft task. But when you're not doing that, we want you to devote your time as much as you can to sitting in meditation. We hope that you want to do this because we have to do it in our growth. You have to do it in yours. We have to do it again. Maybe you'll have to do it even stronger than what you will.
More severely.
More severely, but it's going to have to get more and more of your time in meditation. And we want you to work it out so that you will have more time. In other words, when you do your lab work, try to do it as efficiently as you possibly can, but don't cut corners where you forget to give them the potatoes, you know. Try to get through as quickly as you can without making waves in any way.
Don't forget that meditation offers a chance for you to get your vibrations higher. The one area is to get your vibrations higher and to work on your vehicle and your attitude and all that, but it also offers you a guard against human activities, responses, conversation, reactions. So this is the reason the more there is of it, the less lower vibrations or reactions, responses, moods, the less those can creep in. And we're hoping that we can get it so severe that there's not room for destructive thoughts and actions, responses. And believe it or not, we think that with out-of-craft tasks can treat them just as you would tasks that you would be doing here. In other words, they're just something that to get out of the way. Your mind is actually going to be working on your head even while you're doing your out-of-craft task. You can learn to do your out-of-craft task so routinely that your mind is in a better place. Believe it or not, when your mind is on meditation and getting yourself in the right place, your out-of-camp task will go even more smoothly than it had gone before, even though you'll be active on two levels of thought at the same time. But it will be easier for you because you'll be more relaxed, you'll be more objective, you'll be more separate from it, even though those who observe you won't know what you're doing.
We'll try this meditation to you right away, or today sometime, but in the meantime, don't wait for it. Try to remember what we said to do. The main thing is to imagine the light going through your body and relaxing your body.
And
then,
making it perfect and healing it.
And then imagining yourself in chi, so to speak.
For examination.
For examination, but you don't ask him for anything.
Don't tell him what you need.
Just sit there very quietly and then imagine yourself, like Joe said, in perfect health, perfect harmony, and extremely relaxed. Your mind may wander, but get it back on the track as soon as you can. Concentrate your in other words, try to place your eyes at the top of your head. Don't try to just leave them sitting in your head at no specific spot.
You actually mean to lift your eyes up?
No, you close your eyes.
Just imagine.
You concentrate. That's right.
Okay.
Concentrate on that spot right in here, or as high as you can get it. It's funny, the brain, there are different levels of where you can concentrate that will get you different things. The humans go to different levels, but in other words, I can concentrate on part of my brain and get communication with somebody that gets me off the track. Don't know who it must be,
it could be segment of tapes of this incarnation of the vehicle,
right,
which would play by focusing on that part of the brain, and then getting you off the track.
Right, and I know it. I know it as well as I know you all. And so when I hear it tell me something, I don't usually listen to it. It's like I listen to a different voice. So I know the voice of the next level. I know them. And so I bypass that concentration, that spot to concentrate on, and go directly to the next level.
But you're not going to listen for answers mentally from the next level. You're not going to take instruction mentally.
No.
You're not going to anything in your head from the next level. Because they are going to you're going to hear it from your teachers, and you're going to hear it from the experiences that you're subjected to in answer to your request for correction and improvement. But if you start listening for voices to tell you things that are right and wrong and hoping that it's the next level, it's not going to work. And it should not work. If it could work, we wouldn't have ever come to help you in the beginning. And it just doesn't work. I don't trust my connection with the next level. How can you trust yours? When I think I'm receiving something from the I'm not convinced that I listen to the right voice at all until I take it to T, and T takes it to her older member, and it's thoroughly through and hashed, and usually the result is something different than I thought I was getting, even in an effort to help you. It's better. Do you follow that? But so I'm saying we're supposed to have a little connection. Mine's good, even though I work on it very well. And T's is better, but T doesn't trust hers. She examines it, goes through it, she turns it down, and we work it out until we feel that we have interpreted the instruction as close as we can. So don't listen to voices. Ask yourself to be examined, and then ask that the prescription or the remedy for your needs be given to you through your daily experiences and through instruction from your teachers. Okay? That's got to be really clear, or you could right off the track in a week and start hearing things that were contrary, and that lead you right out to something else.
We're trying to teach you how to prepare yourself to communicate, because you're not going to have a bunch of chatterboxes in the next level, but you're going to be able to communicate with them. Now, So if you hear voices, I'm only adding to what Doe said. If you hear, turn it off.
Don't listen to it.
Because you can hear voices. You can hear somebody telling you something. And it may or may not be, well, I can say it will not be right. But like I say, I can tune into 3 or 4 different places and get all kinds of voices. But I know which one that I'm listening to.
I know which one you're supposed to listen to.
That's right. And we don't want you all to do that. This is what they teach you in these mind control courses, to keep your concentration in a certain spot. I don't remember which one it was, but a certain spot. And it's definitely a lower level. It isn't for your level. They don't know any better, and it's very good for a human, but it is not good for you all. It does not apply to you. So we're trying to take you, we've waited this long before doing it so that you were mature enough to be able to do it in the right way. If it had been right to do it a long time ago, we would have done it, but it was not right. So work on it as much as you can. The ones who are doing astrology now, continue to do it. The ones who are doing it in the craft, continue to do it until it wears out. But as soon as we still want you to try and do the meditation 3 times a day, at least, no less than 3 times a day. Morning and, you all work out your own schedule.
This tape may or may not be working because it's squeaking so why don't you see if you can fiddle with it and adjust those springs or something down there so it might work after this meeting.
On meditation, how long is there any length of time, or just when you feel like you've accomplished
if you
something?
have the time and you're succeeding at it and you're not jeopardizing things that need to be done, then we don't want to set time limits on it. It depends upon your needs being determined by recognizing how off your vibrations are, or how much you need to work on raising yourself to a point of being very keen and alert and undisturbable and tuned in very much to the next level and staying there. Because essentially what you're going to do is learn to carry what you do in these little periods that you sit and do meditation, that you're going to learn eventually to do that all the time, whether you're sitting there or you're moving. But you can't do that now. But so we don't want to say so many minutes, because some of you might be able to do it quite a bit without jeopardizing tasks that need to be done, and may need to do it quite a bit. I think we all need to do it quite a bit. T and I would be happy if we could do it at least 23.5 hours a day.
We will be spending more time in meditation once we get everything worked out. But we have to get we have to find a place first. And we're looking, and then we want to set up the place in a different way. In other words, there's a lot to the way the Hindus do things. In other words, sitting in a chair like you're sitting, if you sit up straight and keep your spine straight and keep your legs uncrossed, it's like they believe that this force makes a complete circle. And you can feel it over a period of time. You can feel this light force, this force that's in you, this mind, whatever we want to call it. You can just feel it flow through your body, and it isn't imaginary.
It's what keeps you alive.
It's a very vital force. Now, we're going to make some cushions that we can put on the floor, and this is over in the place where you will go to visit things and stuff them, and use that to sit on the floor and meditate, or you can sit in the chair, whichever will be comfortable for you. That's about as Hinduish as we will go. And we also, is it okay? We're also going to get you some robes. And we want you to have nothing restrictive around your waist. And as soon as we can get the material and the pattern and all, we'll start a little sewing chain gang and start making them. But they'll be all in one piece. And we feel like anything that restricts from a belt, and of course you have to tie your pants tight enough so they won't fall off. And but a robe will be different. You will have to have the tight seat covers, but that's about as tight as we want. You don't need 2 layers of tightness around your waist. So we have a lot to do, and we're going to work as fast as we can. And we may or may not be able to put this into practice immediately. But we do want you to try and spend time meditating, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes. Relax your vehicle. Remember what it feels like to relax your vehicle. You may not even know what it feels like until you relax.
You may not realize how much stress is there even when you think you're relaxed.
You might just sit there with your eyes all tensed up. I know sometimes I will find myself all screwed up. And at least I may not appear that way, but I feel it once I begin to relax. So learn that, and you'll be moving ahead slowly while we're doing all these things.
When you're not totally relaxed, anytime there is stress or anxiety or less than perfect attitude, I'm just repeating some that was said last night, then you are destroying your vehicle and working against your mind. In other words, you're collecting minuses instead of collecting pluses. Anytime there is stress or anxiety or negative thoughts or tendencies, desire for negative responses. And we must quickly as possible, get to where our percentages are so great in the plus areas that we can be more presentable to the next level. Okay. Hope there's something on there. If there isn't, then you all will have to try to write it down.